had a dream that I was really out and about and interacting with the world, so get ready with me to go do exactly that. I don't actually know where I'm going or what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be one of those days where I just allow the universe to guide me and just see where I end up. So we're gonna get ready for that. I've always had really vivid dreams, and sometimes when I wake up from those dreams, I feel like my waking reality has this sort of filter over it that makes me feel like I'm still in a dream. Like the lenses through which I view the world haven't come back online, and my perception of reality is still viewing my experiences as if I were in a dream. And I love this sensation, and I wish I knew what it was called, because when it happens to me, my day is really amazing. My perspective shifts and I feel like I've jumped timelines. And so if you know what this phenomena is called, or if you've experienced it also, let me know. It just makes me feel more connected to the earth and to the planet. There's a ladybug on my windowsill. I'll show you if she's still there when I'm done. It makes me feel so much more connected to the unseen realms, and granted, it's like October 17th or something, so the veil is thin at this time. So it makes sense, but I've had this experience all my life, not specifically around October, and again, it's as if I'm still in the dream. And it makes me really wonder about how people experience the world, because when you get used to an environment or a neighborhood or your job, your eyes relax upon it. You don't attach so much emotion behind something that you see all the time. It becomes mundane, and I think it loses its magic and its charge because we almost go into a bit of autopilot. But when we travel or when we're somewhere new, our eyes are just drinking everything in. Our consciousness and our senses are so lit up because we are stimulated in a way where it's, this is different. But again, this feeling that I'm describing, it's not just a matter of like imagining that you're somewhere else and seeing it for the first time. Quite literally, I feel connected to the energy that vibrates under all dreams, which is this absurdist, surrealist, anything is possible, anything can happen, you can go anywhere that you want sort of energy. I suppose it's a branch of an emotion that would stem off of the feeling of freedom, and that was a mouthful. I suppose it's I'm tapping into the feeling of freedom, but not just in like an ordinary sense. I don't know. I just know I really like to feel it, and it's kind of out of my control when I do. I notice it's more likely that I feel it after a very vivid dream, like the one that I had last night. And I don't like that I've been doing this, but I did get on my phone first thing as I woke up, and a lot of the videos that I was getting matched the imagery in my dream. That was pretty weird. I was like, oh, cool. And it's just moments like this where I remember you can shift your perspective of reality at any given time. And I'm not just talking about think more positively. I mean, like, there is a certain layer of beliefs and associations that we put over the buildings in our community, the people that we might encounter, the food, and what it means. And we lose the ability to see it from a cosmic sense. I think the very nature of this feeling that I'm trying to describe is that it is inherently extremely cosmic. It doesn't feel absurd for me to look at a city downtown and imagine like a huge Jupiter in the horizon or a huge Saturn looming over it. It's just this, I don't know, I'm in love with this feeling. I wish that I could feel it all of the time, and I'm on a mission, I guess, to summoning it more freely and to understanding what its boundaries are. So that's how I'm feeling this morning, and that's why I want to go out into the world and just see if I can find more of this feeling that I'm already in. I also am just on a journey to not be such a hermit, because I've been a hermit for a few years now, and I'm not the biggest fan of where I live, but it's where I live for now, and I am doing everything possible to change that. But that doesn't change the fact that, yeah, this is where I am, and it doesn't do any good to dislike where I live if I have the capacity to give it a chance every day. And that's what I'm gonna do. So I probably look a little bit nutty just talking and slapping my face, but that is the very essence of it. Get ready with me, I suppose. I don't know. I think the ladybug on my windowsill is dead. That happens, and I don't understand why. When I moved in to this apartment, I found a ladybug crawling on the floor, and I was like, oh, this is for me. This is where I'm supposed to live. That simple. I am a simple gal. I saw ladybug. I saw other things. There were other signs, and you know, you add them up and you do the universe math, and you're like, oh yeah, this is for me. And during the days where I was settling in, I realized it was not just one ladybug. It was at least like 30 that I found throughout the span of a few weeks, and some were dead, some were covered in paint, some were still alive. The ones that were still alive I took out to the garden. The ones who were dead I collected. I have them in like a little box, and I guess they come back every now and again. I've only seen 3 this year, and I guess they come towards the end of summer, so I'm not really walking you through what I use because I didn't realize I was supposed to. So if there's anything I'm using that you're curious about, just let me know. I'll tell you. My routine. It's mostly RMS, Hourglass, Westman Atelier. I think that's how you pronounce it. And Charlotte Tilbury, Urban Decay. But this is the Westman Atelier foundation stick or contour stick. I just have it in the shade that is very gray to contour my face. My concealer was RMS. The stick foundation was Hourglass. I'm about to use a Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and then I'm gonna use RMS highlighter. I like to put the highlighter on after the setting spray, and then I'm gonna put on some Urban Decay lipstick, which is basically the color of my lips, and I blur it out a bit. And there's still some like acne scars poking through, but that's fine. I don't need my skin to look like all the way polished, so long as the canvas feels a little bit more even. I want to get microneedling soon actually, and I'm nervous, so I haven't done it yet, but I want to. Okay, now that that is done, going with that RMS Luminizer. Love this stuff so much. An old friend put me onto it. Never stopped using it since. Okay. So final step. This one is kind of funny, but it makes me feel really cute. I like to do a little Shannon kind of mole at the corner of my eye. I'm forgetting her last name right now, but she's in the movie Riz Cutter's A Love Story. Most beautiful woman in the world. I love her so much. Like, it just gives me a little pop. So that's the look. I'm gonna put on some jewelry now, and I think we're gonna go get a lavender matcha because I went to this new coffee shop the other day and they knew what they were doing. It was bomb. So we're gonna finish up here now. Okay, we are all set, and it's not actually that cold, but it is kind of raining throughout the day, so I have on my jacket. I wonder if I could do the fastest fit check ever. I just want it to be very comfortable, and yeah, again, no idea what I'm doing, but so, which means, actually, I'm packing my bag filled with all of my books and journals and things that I could possibly want to work on while I'm out. I'm excited, and oh, I bought these really gorgeous oils. for my practice. Attract customers, commitment and success, and I just think that they look so cute. So I'm gonna put some on right now actually. It is so humid and hot and sunny intermittently, but then it'll start raining and then it'll get a breeze, so. Okay, we just got to my coffee shop and I'm gonna go and get a matcha and figure out what is next from there. It's raining, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but it is absolutely pouring. This is really fun. I like this a lot. Let me show you just how hard it's raining. It's kind of crazy. I have to go inside soon. Okay, I have to come inside because it is just absolutely pouring rain so hard right now. But that's okay. I don't know how bad it's gonna get, but I have everything that I need to work on stuff. Okay, I'm really excited because as I sat in that coffee shop with the pouring rain outside, I decided tonight was the night that I would finally take myself to go see a symphony. So this just changed the entire trajectory of what? Well, no, it didn't change any trajectory because I had no idea what today was going to be like. So this just became a vlog about me going to find a dress and some shoes to wear to the opera because I don't really have anything at the level of how I want to show up for that this evening. So we're gonna go look for a dress and some shoes. Okay guys, between the time it took me to shop around and find this outfit, time kind of got ahead of me. I'm just gonna wear some heels and I'm like, I really went all out for this, but I've never been to a symphony, so I wanted it to be like, you know, appropriate, that it makes sense. Hi.
Another one at that pace, and then my last one I did a 650 pace.
Do you listen to music?
Yeah.
I'm home. I absolutely first of all, let's just have a moment for this. I got tacos. They were so good. This day ended up being so much more than I imagined it would be, and I felt a level of alive that I feel when I am in Monterrey, which is my homeland. and I didn't know what to expect, but I'm really glad that I just followed my intuition, and I hope that this was fun to witness because it was fun for me. So I don't know if I should give you an encouraging message. Should I? Listen to your dreams. But what I mean by that is if your dreams are showing you that you're meant to be out in the world, or that the day that you are stepping into has a flavor of you maybe really working with writing and reading, or going out and seeing a performance, or speaking to your neighbor, whatever it might be, just listen to it, lean into it, not because something insanely life-changing is necessarily going to happen, but because they are just wanting you to do something very specific that maybe you don't realize is going to have such a big impact, but it does down the line. And though nothing insanely life-changing happened, I feel different. I feel like going on the adventures that I went on today were really rewarding, and I guess I just feel alive, and that sometimes is hard for me because I am a huge advocate for speaking on depression, and if you struggle with suicidal ideation like I do, then feeling alive and loving life is not always easy. And one way that I overcome suicidal ideation is through shaking off the old energy and literally doing something I've never done before. And today just sort of felt like a blank canvas for me to explore that. So thank you for coming with me, and we'll see what happens next, I suppose.